The masters have told us that that is the most essential aspect of our spiritual practice, is being with the truth, being in the company of truth. And it is only by this pervasion of purity that your soul will actually begin moving toward the highest heights of yoga. Never miss a satsang. Just going on asking the question, why, keeps you here in this bound mind. Doesn't allow the mind to expand beyond its sphere of consciousness. So, the miseries exist. The miseries arise out of our karmas. We experience those miseries in 3 ways. And why are we miserable in the first place? Is because we don't know who we are. We think we're the body. We think we're the mind. We think we're this ego personality. And holding on to an illusion is a fast track to suffering. Yogic science will tell you, the spiritual science will tell you that that ignorance, that seed of ignorance keeps sprouting lifetime upon lifetime. It doesn't matter what size the plant is, it's still from the same seed of ignorance. Yeah. Oh, that's that. It's funny because once you see it, it's like, wow, it's right in front of me. And that's why Gurudev, can you imagine, you've seen Gurudev's lectures, Gurudev, His Holiness Pujyatman Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda, real sage, real master, laughs all day long, cannot stop smiling, cannot stop cheesing, because your nature is bliss. And when you point out the ignorance, you get to laugh at it finally. Instead of being miserable. All right. Three karmas. Sanchita, a storehouse full of grains, full of rice, grains. Then you bring a little portion, a little bowl, out of that entire barn. A little bowl comes to the kitchen, little pot, and you cook those rice grains. And that is your prarabdha karma. And before you grow the food for the next year, as the food you're growing for the next crop and the next harvest, that's your agami karma. Those are the 3 types of karmas. Om Tat Sat. What elements are attributed to the higher chakras beyond Vishuddha? No elements. Because here, from Vishuddha down into our chakras, governs the lower body. This whole body from neck down is lower body. The chakras, the first 5 chakras: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Those are all of this physical world, and they're governed by the great elements, the Panchabhuta, which are the subtle elements that then manifest into the physical elements. So no elements of physical nature are corresponded with the Agya chakra and the Sahasrara chakra. No elements. What does it correspond to? Agya chakra corresponds with Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is the cosmic deity of the mind, basically cosmic mind. Because we all have a mind, your mind, my mind, his mind, her mind. Where do we get our minds? From this vast cosmic mind, one. So that's intuitive vision at the Agya Chakra opening, burning the world of time and space. That's the Shiva Purana. Sahasrara Chakra, called the 1,000-petaled lotus, Sahasrara, no element as well. It corresponds to absolute Ishvara, Brahman. The absolute has no names, has no forms, has no activities to associate with that chakra. In Sahasrara, that is called Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, complete absorption in Brahman. That's one way to see this happening for you. And remember, nothing's going to happen to your face, to your body, to your... and that's not already sanctioned by your prarabdha karma. What I'm saying is, your body and your life will go on according to your prarabdha karma, its programming. You will no longer now think that you are this tiny little wave in a big ocean surrounded by other waves. You will now be the ocean. And when this prarabdha karma is time to go, and you exhaust in this lifetime this prarabdha karma, then you no longer take embodiments. In the middle of the day, when you are distracted by daily activities, how can you switch awareness from externals to Brahman? You don't have to. By constantly, so why would you have to? Is because we used to think with immature understanding and with kindergarten yoga, we used to think that this we gotta do and do that, and that has to be done to the exclusion of every other thing. We become so rigid, and now it has to be a this or a that. Choosing either or. It's not that way because it's not duality. Non-dualism is the reality. Oneness. So, what happens with that lopsided approach? One aspect of your personality gets emphasized and many other aspects go unbalanced. What we do to have this awareness always on Brahman, it doesn't matter what the daily activities are, we integrate our personality. We harmonize all the aspects of our personality. And then the divine music of Brahman flows. Those four aspects of our personality, action, emotion, will, and reason, are blended and harmonized by turning your action into selfless action, known as karma yoga. Your emotion into devotion, known as bhakti yoga. Your will into divine will, Raja Yoga. Individual will into divine will. Think about how much immense energy and mental energy is unlocked and unleashed in that Raja Yoga. And Jnana Yoga. Movement of knowledge to wisdom, of intellect to intuition. When this goes on with steadfastness and patience, Brahmakara Vritti pervades your mind spontaneously, automatically. You don't need to intellectually separate it. It's very comforting. And with this, we'll conclude the question and answer. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat Om Shri Gurave Namah. Namaste.